Hello traders, let's see what happened this week and last week, and let's see some trades that we took. First, I want to start with this gold analysis because in my previous video I said that it's very likely to see bullish move. That is exactly what happened, and we can see that price retested its previous all-time high and also confirmed this bullish trend line. We also had stochastic RSI buy indication and price eventually continued to go up to create new all-time high level. In my previous video I spoke about this pullback and I said that pullbacks are a very healthy part of forex trading. They can represent very good entry levels, and that is exactly what happened this time. This is my free Discord channel, and last week I also shared new analysis for gold. I said that price is about to reach previous all-time high and it will break it to create new all-time high soon, and as we can see that is exactly what happened. Price continued to go up, so if you want more analysis and free trades, join my free Discord channel. Last Sunday I also shared this analysis here. This is Australian dollar Canadian dollar daily time frame, and here we can see the price consolidated between this resistance zone and this support zone. Price tested this resistance level multiple times and also this support zone. Eventually we can see that price formed this very impulsive bullish move that broke this resistance zone. And here I said that good plan is to wait for a slow pullback and then retest of this previous resistance. Currently price is consolidating and this plan is still active. It is still a very realistic plan to wait for a slow bearish pullback, retest of this resistance zone, ideally stochastic RSI buy indication, and then look for the opportunities to buy. So this plan for Australian dollar Canadian dollar is still active. In this case we can see this very impulsive bullish move, and what we want to see after bullish impulsive move, it is slow bearish pullback. This is something that I fully explain in my Heal Your Trading program. Feel free to check it, link is in description. Let's also check this Euro Japanese Yen analysis here. I shared this last Sunday, and as you can see I marked that it's very likely to see bullish continuation. And here we can see that is exactly what happened. Price formed this very nice bullish move. Now we have this bearish pressure, but before that price formed this very nice bullish move just as expected. And now let's see the reasons why I expected to see bullish continuation. First, what we have here is this uptrend. We can see this series of higher highs and also higher lows. Price broke this resistance, retested it, created new higher low, and then formed this very impulsive bullish move. And what we want to see after that is a slow bearish pullback, just like I said in my previous example. This slow pullback occurred and retested this previous high. Price retested this previous high with this very nice bullish engulfing candlestick formation, and we also had stochastic RSI buy indication. So for me it was very reasonable to expect bullish continuation, and that is exactly what happened. That was daily time frame, but this is now 15-minute time frame, and we can also see here very similar behavior. So once I said that it's very likely to see bullish continuation, this also happened on 15-minute time frame. Of course we have uptrend here too, and then price formed this impulsive bullish move. Then we can see slow bearish pullback that retested this previous high. So we can see same behavior on 15-minute time frame, and we also had stochastic RSI buy indication. So this here was perfect place to enter and catch this bullish move. Unfortunately I didn't do that because I don't like to open my trades when market opens. This here was my Sunday analysis, and then market opened here. As you can see there is a little gap here. So market opened here at Monday. It was very late here, and as I said I don't want to trade when market opens, so unfortunately I missed this trade. Anyway, this is exactly the structure that I like to trade with my impulse strategy. Also, there was another chance to enter this pair this week. So here we have this nice uptrend, and on 1 hour time frame we can see that price formed this support zone. It tested it with this strong bullish candlestick, and we also had stochastic RSI buy indication. So that was another good opportunity to enter and catch this bullish momentum. For example here, put stop loss below this support zone and aim for very good risk reward ratio. As we can see price continued to go up, so this would have been a great trade. Let's quickly see what is happening with US dollar Japanese yen. We can also see this uptrend here. Price formed this significant zone because it acted as a resistance and then as a support. It continued to go up to eventually break this major resistance zone. And here price continued to go up with this very nice bullish candlestick. At this point many traders will see very strong bullish candlestick and they will try to buy, but that is a mistake because usually it's much better to wait for a pullback. Also, if you zoom out, we will actually see that price tested here this previous major weekly high. So you also need to check other time frames, usually higher time frames, to see some major key levels. So if you decided to buy here, that was a big mistake, and as you can see price formed this bearish pullback. This pullback is currently retesting this previous major resistance, so now it's much better time to actually look to buy. Here is more reasonable to actually look to buy, but it doesn't mean that bullish move will occur. We don't know that of course, but what we can wait for is nice bullish reaction here, and then we can scale down on a lower time frame, maybe 1 hour time frame or 15-minute time frame, and then look to buy on these time frames. However, here I just wanted to show you why it's much better to actually wait for a pullback, and why it's usually a smart move to check higher time frame for some previous major key zones and key levels. Now let's check this British pound US dollar trade that I also shared for free in my Discord channel. As you can see on my free channel I share this analysis and these levels, and as we can see price continued to go up to hit both take profit 1 and take profit 2. First thing that we can see here is this nice bearish move and then this impulsive bearish move. Price then formed this very slow pullback to retest this previous key level. It retested it with this double top chart pattern and basically formed this 3 inside down candlestick formation. Price broke the neckline here and continued to go down. I wasn't able to enter here and then I decided to wait for another pullback. This pullback occurred and also we can see that it's very slow pullback comparing to this bearish impulsive move. Price then retested this neckline with this bearish pressure and here we also had stochastic RSI sell indication. So that is when I decided to enter a sell trade, put stop loss above this key level and I aimed for risk reward ratio 2.8. Price went down easily to hit our take profit 1 and take profit 2. Also, if you check 1 hour time frame, here we will also see stochastic RSI sell indication. And we will also see here this massive bearish engulfing candlestick formation. So I combined these two time frames and I found my entry on 15-minute time frame and as you can see it worked perfectly. I also took this trade on my Funded Next account. Funded Next is the best prop firm and if you don't have high capital, this is your solution. Funded Next offers different accounts. Here you can choose between Stellar 2-step, Stellar 1-step, Stellar Lite and Stellar Instant accounts. Funded Next will fund your account and then you have to complete certain challenges to prove yourself and then you will split up to 95% of your profits. It is very important to check all these rules, but also for Stellar Instant you don't have to complete any challenges. There is only one restriction and that is maximum loss limit, which is 6% trailing. This is planned for CFDs, but also there is a futures plan. With futures plan we have rapid challenge and legacy challenge. Of course, just like with CFDs, it is very important to check these rules. Currently I have 200k Stellar 2-step account. But of course you can choose any other account that suits you the best. And you can also click here to compare all these challenges. Here it is much easier to compare all these challenges and then you will be able to find the one that works the best for you. Also, I have coupon code ForexDoc for 120% withdrawal reward. So make sure to use link in the description and this coupon code. If you need any help, feel free to contact me and trade healthy. Now let me show you another free trade that I shared in my free Discord. This was a Swiss franc Japanese yen buy trade. And here you can see my levels. What we can see here is this strong uptrend. And then price formed this minor resistance zone and went down to retest this previous resistance zone. Here what we can see is this strong uptrend. Price formed this high, went down to retest this previous resistance zone and then formed this very impulsive bullish move. After that I wanted to wait for a bearish pullback to retest this previous high and then to look to enter. That is exactly what happened and price formed this bearish move, bullish reaction to this previous high and I decided to enter. This time we didn't have stochastic RSI buy indication and that was a mistake because it was much better to actually wait for that stochastic RSI signal. As we can see I entered here and put my stop loss below this previous weak rejection. Now this was not good entry because price formed this strong bearish move and I barely survived here and price formed this bullish move to test our entry level. That was a very good time to actually exit because you don't want to hold a trade like this. In a short-term bullish trades, when you enter, you want to see bullish move. And here we can see that didn't happen. Price actually formed bearish move and then bullish move again, but this is not good. So when your trade is not looking good and price gives you a chance to exit, you take that chance and you exit. So this is a very important lesson. Don't pray and hope that price will eventually hit or take profit. This is not the way that I expected price to move, so when price went back to test this entry level, it was a very good decision to actually exit. Eventually we can see that price continued to go up, so this was very good analysis. I expected to see bullish move and bullish move occurred, but unfortunately my entry was not perfect. This time I decided to skip this stochastic RSI buy signal, but that was a mistake, because as we can see, I should have entered here, put my stop loss below this previous level and then aim for very good risk reward ratio. So sometimes you can have good analysis but unfortunately bad entry level, and that is exactly what happened here. But at the end of the day, this is a very good lesson here. When price gives you a chance to exit, you exit. Something similar happened here and I also decided to exit at break even. So bullish move continued here and then we can see this impulsive bullish move that broke this previous high. Price then formed this pullback to retest this previous high and this time we had stochastic RSI buy indication. So I decided to enter, but unfortunately bulls were not strong enough to push the price up. So I decided to close this one and break even. You can see that was a good decision because eventually price went down to hit our stop loss and then continued to go up. So again, this was very unfortunate timing because our analysis was very good. Price continued to go up, but just like in a previous trade, our entry was not perfect. Anyway, I decided to exit at break even and that was a good decision. So this was one very important lesson that I want you to understand because it will save you a lot of money. There is no need to be hope trader. You don't want to hope the price will go your way and hit your take profit. When you see that things are not looking great and price gives you a chance to exit, you take that chance and you exit. Also, let me show you this Bitcoin analysis, and here as you can see I marked this bullish move for Bitcoin. And based on this analysis I enter a trade and that trade ended in profit. And here we can see this trade. So what we have here is basically ascending triangle. Price formed this series of higher lows and we have this resistance zone. price broke this resistance zone and continued to go up with this very impulsive bullish move. It broke this significant zone, and here I decided to wait for a slow bearish pullback. This slow bearish pullback occurred and price retested this significant zone. If you zoom out, we will see that this zone acted as a major resistance zone, and also previously it acted as a support. So price retested this major zone, and we also had stochastic RSI buy indication. So I decided to scale down on a 15-minute time frame, and I noticed this stochastic RSI buy indication and this bullish engulfing candlestick formation. After that, I decided to enter, put stop loss below this zone and aim for very good risk-reward ratio. As we can see, very strong bullish move occurred and easily hit our take profit. So this was another trade based on my impulse strategy. As you can see, it also works for crypto and Bitcoin. And now let's just quickly check what is happening with US dollar index. Right now we can see that price is testing this significant zone. We can see that this zone acted as a resistance and then as a support. Right now this zone is also acting as a resistance, and we have stochastic RSI sell indication. At this point it is reasonable to expect some kind of a bearish reaction. So when market opens next week, I will have this on my mind and I will not rush to buy US dollar, because actually it is reasonable to expect bearish reaction. Traders, if you want more free analysis and free trades, join my Discord or Telegram channel. You will find the links in the description of this video. And also thanks to Fund the Next for sponsoring this video. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe so I can continue to make more. Thank you for watching, and always remember, trade healthy.